Hello everyone, my name is 200hennry200, and today we are celebrating 20 subscribers. So we're going to celebrate each and every one of you with a top 10 list of my favorite legendary. There are no rules for this list, so let's just jump right in with number 10. At number 10, we have Shaman, specifically Landform Shaman. I do not like the Skyform Shaman because it's trying too hard to be edgy. Yep. But it's at the bottom of the tier because I don't consider it much of a legendary because there are more than one of them in the world. At number 9, we have the 3 legendary dogs. I kept them together because I didn't want to separate them. I love them too much to do that. That's like separating a litter of kittens after they've grown up together. Why would you do that? You cruel, heartless monster. Now, they're at number 9 because I grew up with them. They were always my favorite legendaries. But they're just not my favorite anymore. That's why they're number 9. At least they're above Shaman. At number 8, we have Lugia, because it is a majestic, beautiful sea creature, and I had to appreciate that and notify it, not as an honorable mention. So yeah, it's majestic. It's not overly powerful. It's not overly special. It doesn't hold a near and dear place in my heart. It's just pretty and majestic. At number 7, we have Groudon, and the main reason he is on this list at all is because I like the memes where he and Kyogre are fighting. It's just really entertaining, okay? That's really it. That, and he looks pretty cool. His primal evolution was interesting, not impressive by all means. At number 6, we have the Pokemon Sun legendary, Solgaleo, mostly because I thought it was better than Lunala, because we have plenty of bat Pokemon already. We only had one other prior lion Pokemon in Pyroar, but we never had a lion Pokemon before that. So, Lord knows we didn't need another bat. Roasted! At number 5, we have Rayquaza, because I've grown very biased towards him compared to the other 2 legendaries from that generation. Mostly because of TCG cards, I've started hoarding him. But he's so cool. I don't run any of his cards. I might build a deck with him, but that's an iffy. Oh, his shiny is beautiful. His shiny Mega is even more beautiful, and his Mega definitely trumps the primals given to Groudon and Kyogre. Definitely. The primals were lame and dumb and kind of pointless. I guess we're just gonna pretend like it never happened. At number 4, we have Giratina, because I connect with him on a spiritual level. He's also the Satan of Pokemon, which is pretty awesome. But I also love his TCG. He has some okay cards. His full art, though, from X and Y, some set, I don't remember the name of the set, was pretty awesome. It was pretty. Since I brought up shinies for every other legendary, I might as well bring up his shiny. His shiny is slightly less impressive. It's not my favorite, but it's still a shiny, and I'll take what I can get. I like his regular form more, though. At number 3, we have Yveltal, the queen of destruction, the queen of my deck. That's right, I'm running a Yveltal EX deck with only 1 EX. It's the only EX in that whole deck, along with 2 Yveltal breaks, and the rest are regular Yveltals, including one from Generations because the artwork was so cute, but it has the same moves as all the other Yveltals from the regular X and Y set. As for VG, I never had a Yveltal in-game, but I did have X, and I did try to raise Xerneas, and I gave Xerneas a chance, but Xerneas sucked. So that's why Xerneas isn't on this list at all. But Yveltal is my queen, although I don't appreciate her shiny. Her shiny is ugly. Not Espeon shiny ugly, not puke green ugly. Nothing like that, but it's definitely not my favorite. I'll tell you that much. Moving on. At number 2, we have Arceus, the creation Pokemon, the god of the universe, with the nasty ass shiny. Just why? Why that color? Why that combination? Who did this to you, Arceus? Who hurt you? His shiny makes me shook. I am triggered. I need to shut up about the memes and move on. I just need to stop. I'll talk about his shiny more later. Let's just move on to what's awesome about him, such as his face and his pointy little ballet feet. Don't ask questions, but he is so awesome. His shiny had so much potential. I'm talking about his shiny again. I need to move on. And there was so much fan art of him, and I wanted to put a ton of it on here, but I didn't want... There are at least going to be 20 links to different artwork from this list. So, hint, hint, nudge, nudge, you should go check them out. Go give them some love, okay? But, moving on. In TCG, I've never ran a deck with Arceus, but I am going to start working on one pretty soon. I know he's gonna have a GX sometime in the Sun and Moon set. I should just move on to my number 1 slot. No honorable mentions. Let's just get to it. My number 1 legendary Pokemon is... Where's my jump solo? I had one? Fine, I'll just do it myself. My number 1 legendary Pokemon is... Darkrai, because he is beautiful and hair goals, and I connected with him on a spiritual level for some reason. Maybe it's because I'm alone all the time. Maybe it's because I live an isolated life and no one really thinks much of me, and no one really expects me to do anything. Darkrai don't do shit, man. In his movie, he barely plays a major role, which is what I would do if I had a movie. But they don't give him as much credit as he deserves. He is actually a pretty good Pokemon. His stats are pretty good. His defense could use some work. I have the Darkrai from the Mythical Collections giveaway in X and Y, and it's actually pretty good. It can't take a hit at all. One hit and it's gone. It's down. But its moveset was pretty sweet, because basically you could put your opponent to sleep and then just beat its ass until it dies, which is pretty nice. Until you take a hit and you die, then I guess that's really it. But I don't have that copy of that game anymore. I have no idea what happened to it. It's gone. But Darkrai will always be in my heart. I haven't lost him yet. As for his shiny is okay. I'm not gonna brag about it. I'm not gonna be triggered by it. Arceus, but it's a shiny, and I like shinies, most of them, and it's a good shiny. I like his shiny, so at least I don't have anything to rant about. Looks like this was a successful list. Thanks to y'all for 20 subscribers, and that's all I've got for this video. Until the next time I see you, go catch 'em all.